2,300 gold stolen. Oh, one spy worked. A single spy worked. I like that. Handon, well done. Let's give you ace driver, and hopefully that will help to keep you alive. You now count as an agent. I need one more promotion. I can get +6 combat strength against Coupe. That would be genuinely very helpful. Happy? Helpful? It'll be all of those things. Okay, let's do this. Garrett, RB, I'm going to promote you to destroyers. Then I'm going to spend a little bit of faith just picking up a second destroyer in each city. This means I'll be able to make fleets. You'll have a decent chunk of air attack and a decent chunk of melee strength. You'll be able to keep the aircraft carrier safe. Hopefully, anyway. That's the aim. In the meantime, I'm just pushing my bombers around. So I've got 1, 2 that can attack this southern city. Then I've got a third one here that can go into Toulouse, but I'm going to put that one in an aircraft carrier, as I will with this one as well. So we've got options. I can attack Manchester, Capiti, all at the same time. I'm gonna maybe treat myself to all of England's cities whilst I'm going. You never know. Can't guarantee what I'm gonna treat myself to. Sometimes you just gotta let the moment take you. Coupe is still at war with so many people. There's a good chance, actually, that we won't be too bad. Maybe their navy's up to the north. Yeah, they've just conquered one of Japan's cities up there. That was Japan before. So, yeah, I think Coupe's a bit distracted. That is no bad thing. We don't mind a distracted Coupe. Okay, Yongle has their last project into space. Oh, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. We've got 50 turns, unless they speed it up, in which case I have less time than that, but we'll do what we can. Siphon funds, that does actually genuinely help. I'm going to settle this random little island paradise, purely because it's got 4 luxuries around it already, so we'll go and just steal everything we can from that city as quickly as we can. Okay, Garrett, fleet up. RB Hedge, just get yourself a little bit of a kill, lovely, and then fleet up. And now, aircraft carrier, 1,000 faith, that is fine. Pop yourselves on. Yes, we're almost ready for war. Almost. Not quite, but almost. There's some really good deals out there if you find them. Like Mongolia didn't want to trade with me, but they will give me a luxury and a ton of gold for some oil. I have a lot of excess oil. Look how much I've got out to sea. Yeah, man, I need more builders. I need more everything. Everything is needed, to be absolutely honest with you. Like this city, 8 production. It's useless. Oh, imagine this game if I had Auckland. It would have been a whole other matter. We would have been absolutely crazy. Oh, that's why I'm suddenly so unhappy. Ah, I lost the +1 immunity card. Okay, now, Coupe has their own religion. Do I count as following someone's religion yet? Has Kema done a good job on me? No, they haven't. Oh, come now. No one follows their own religion. The map is just too complicated. All right, almost. I almost follow their religion. But Wars of Religion as a card wouldn't be very useful for me. Let's go Total War. I'm going to see if I can do some pillaging. Oh, Kublai just built the University of Sankor. That's it. Game over. They won. Hey, 1 flood barrier got finished. It's not many, but at least we've got 1, hey? Oh, I'm going to do something that I regret. I'm going to regret very, very, very quickly. I estimate. RB Hedge, make your way over. Give me visibility on Manchester, please. Thank you so much. Okay, aircraft carrier will make its way out. Bomber will go and land there. This caravel is going to do the same. Make your way out. Upgrade to a destroyer. Next turn. Next turn, we're going in on Coupe. And, yep, we're going to regret this pretty quick. Right, actually, I'm going to deploy right there, and then I can see any boats that come in and out of Coupe's land. Picking up quite a lot of era score just from our bonus of building an industrial building. Every time we do it, we get +1, and that is very, very handy. Right, Coupe. I can only go formal war on Coupe, which is slightly frustrating. Oh, territorial expansion is just around the corner, but maybe somebody else can declare one of those. There is an emergency war against Coupe. For 3 gold, I can join that one. Yeah, go on, man. An emergency war is fractionally better. Vietnam is keen. I mean, that seems ridiculous considering you're on the coast, but sure. Okay, Coupe is at war with most of the world now. That is quite fun. One thing we should expect is a fleet of nuclear submarines appearing at some point. That's likely to happen. AI does like to spawn things like that across their empire. We'll see what goes on. But bomber number 1, hit. Bomber number 2, hit. Once the walls are down, then we'll start the pillaging. Fighter, hit. This bomber can sink a destroyer armada. Oh yeah, that's a bit of era score. Lovely. Actually finishing research labs. This is why my science spiked by about 60 there. I like that. It makes me think like I might have a chance, fleetingly, when I see my science jump like that. And then I look at Yongle again and say, nope, he's off to space. I'm not going anywhere. Which is the victory where I just slam grappling hooks into his rocket and get him to drag me along with him? Is that an option? Is that something we can do? I'd quite like to do that if so. What's Coupe gonna send at us? As I say, I'm expecting nuclear submarines everywhere. Oh yeah, Yep, there you go. Bam. That was bombarded by a missile cruiser and then destroyed by a destroyer. No nuclear submarine, but they are still quite strong. Fine. The crazy buccaneers. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think we do have to wrestle for naval supremacy here. Otherwise, we're gonna be struggling to push in. So anything I can do just to claim naval supremacy. Garrett, you and RB are very strong, but their navy is just as strong. Right, there we go. There's some era score. We've got an opportunity, I think, to try and... thinking we could probably take down that unit as well. I've still got other bomber strikes. Let's just do this. This is all era score. Okay, that one is stronger. Then we'll start to attack Manchester again. But this is good. That was a bunch of boats we've just destroyed in one go there. Pray that that sort of attack is enough. It probably won't be. Oh, my capital has power again now. And bit of production because of an oil power plant in this city. It's not flooded. For once, we have a city that's not flooded, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's almost too much to ask. It's almost too much to ask. What's going to turn up now? What's going to turn up now? Oh, bam. That was straight onto the aircraft carrier. They know what they're doing. If they can kill the aircraft carrier, then they're going to be laughing. Oh, that is a giant death robot with, I think, max promotions, because I'm going to assume the anti-air is at max. Okay, that's not good. That's the official statement here is, that's not good. Oh, and Pingala just got removed and Liang just got moved all at the same time. My alliance with Genghis is broken. Yep. Okay, that's good. Please, can you get in at this war with Coupe? No? Do you really not want to? Fine, you can't have a military alliance. You can have something different, like an economic alliance. Yeah. Trading coffee for tea? Tea is more expensive, of course. Everyone knows that. Yeah, that giant death robot is going to be an absolute problem. And I tell you what, I'm really loving this pink and red combination that we're having to deal with here. Yeah, that's helpful. That's really helpful. Okay, right. Garrett, can you get that kill? That gives you a promotion. You are on a precarious amount of health, though. That is the only issue that I can see here. I'm actually going to move the aircraft carrier round because I want... Oh, no. No. That's Coupe's navy. Okay, Coupe's navy is massive. It's massive. Oh, no, and it's very well protected. Okay. I was going to see if I can get maneuverability to go and see this city, but no, that's not going to happen very nicely. Fine, let's start to attack this destroyer. My bombers are going to need a little bit of a defense upgrade in a second, but RB, there we go. We've got that hit. My aircraft carrier will run away. My aircraft carrier is probably going to get destroyed, and I can't attack Manchester at the moment. May as well get some experience killing some units that are rubbish. Yeah, I'm going to need a new aircraft carrier in a second. Luckily, my bombers are just going to fly back home, so they don't get killed. It's just annoying because they will disappear for a couple of turns. Polar Waller Bear, all of my youngs. I mean, these are also out of date. I'm just upgrading them all to battleships. We'll send over what we can, but my army is quite weak at the moment. Clint, we'll upgrade you as well. Jet bombers will help. Jet bombers will give me a little bit more ship busting ability, but this is tough. Actually, this is quite useful. If we look at Coupe cities, you can see there's 1, 2 that have a really unholy and large amount of combat strength compared to everything else. That means, for better or worse, there's a giant death robot in that city. So we know there's a minimum of 3 in their empire, and they're probably going south. They're all going south. You can see Coupe's also got 120 uranium, which is probably their uranium cap. That is a bad thing. What I'm hoping is that Coupe builds so many giant death robots that they run out of uranium, but using this Roman holiday mod, it's unlikely to happen. We're unlikely to get into that sort of situation. Oh, Coupe's navy crept forward there, but it didn't attack. Okay, there is the nuclear submarine armada I was worried about. Oh, Garrett, I needed you to be able to hit that a bit harder. Oh my goodness. Right, so this is where the problem lies. Coupe has +6 combat strength from just by being Deity ++, and then +3 from the Admiral that gives permanent combat strength. So Coupe just has +9 on everything, just because. That's not good. We need to actually make sure we're doing really well here. Creeping attack, that is amazing against naval raiders, so we'll do that. RB Hedge, I'm going to let you, in a second, become an armada, although I don't have that promotion just yet. These bombers are just going to get fried if they attack anything right now, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, President's Endeavor, destroyer armadas have so much combat strength. against anti-air that there's no point. There is no point trying to do anything. The only thing I can do is wait for that giant death robot to just somehow make its way out of that city, just to go anywhere else. I don't know where they'd go, but just anywhere else. I'm going to bring this fighter back just to heal briefly. And in order to lure them out into the open, we're just going to bring my navy back. We're going to reconsolidate, hopefully get them to split up, separate their units out. The more they separate, the more their anti-air will be rubbish. Polar Waller Bear, by the way, is now a battleship fleet. We're doing what we can. Clint, the destroyer, lovely. Actually, we might as well make you into a fleet as well. More research labs. I think the world is pretty much flooded to the fullest extent now. I might be wrong. Hopefully, I'm right. Are there any flood 3s? That's what's going to give us the indication. This tile. It's not submerged yet. No, we're nowhere near. Oh, people are saying that they're not trading with me. But what I'm doing is I'm just searching for people that don't have any oil because they can't help but trade with me once I actually arrive. Like 1,000 gold there. This is the sort of thing I desperately need because we are trying to get era score, and things like oil power plants and factories, every time I build one of these, it gives me era score. So we only need 4 more now. We've got 3 turns, and we're about to finish another research lab down there. That'll put me to 167. I can kill another couple of fleets. Maybe that'll do it. I'm feeling like I can get away with it. Sewers are another good one, actually. Sewers are really cheap, but they still give the same era score. Oh, this will help. Renewable energy, 2 era score. Excellent. Late game, am I regretting going for the pantheon that gives me food over the pantheon that gives me production? Probably. Production has been the limiting factor in this Indonesia game. Yields, good. Production, bad. I've enjoyed it though. This has been a wonderful game. Very, very fun. And we're still, I mean, we've got a little bit of time to go. Doesn't look like Yongle is putting any booster projects into the space at the moment. Whether or not they will or not, I can't tell you. What's Coupe going to do with its navy? Are you going to come and look for me? Oh, you're going to come and find my city, are you? Ah, that's a fleet all by itself. Nice. Ah, Stealth Tech. Stealth Tech has been unlocked, which is brilliant. Let's just pop in Force Modernization briefly. Quite a cheap upgrade. 145 gold. Yeah, much more visibility, much more range. Yeah, aircraft carrier. Come back and heal for a second, but there's 1 bomber and another. Okay, I have unlocked submarines, but I probably now would like nuclear submarines because I want to go and pillage Coupe. Any yield, any gold, any science, anything that I can steal is likely to help get me back into this game. The naughty government would also help as well. Although this is the problem I've got, right? I've got all of these trade routes which make democracy really useful, and I could use the happiness as well, but then the combat strength from fascism would be amazing. Maybe I could get the legacy card. Oh, I could get the legacy card from fascism. That would be a good way of doing it, wouldn't it? They normally do that. Yeah, the double, the bait and switch. Give it a go. I've got 1,960 gold with this agent. Please make it back. Yay. There you go. Okay, we got promoted. It's going to take a few turns to come back, but I can get some combat strength with him against Coupe, which is looking really lovely. Okay, we're going to be a little risky here. I'm going to start pushing my navy forward. I want to see what's going on. Actually, what I could do is redeploy the fighter to give myself a little bit of visibility. Manchester is open again, and I can do some decent jet bomb damage to it. I like this. All right, well, in that case, we might as well just hold fire there. Garrett, you just lurk whilst the battleships come from behind and start to look menacing. Gee, this jet bomber would probably be able to reach from Toulouse now, wouldn't it? So bring you forward. Maybe I need a second aircraft carrier. I don't know yet. Oh, this crossbow's just in the sea. That's what global warming does. It sticks barbarian crossbows and puts them in the sea. Golden age, modern era. I'm hoping this is going to really help, but we'll see if it does. Oh, siphon funds failed. Never mind. Coupe is in a normal age. The only person in golden age apart from myself is Russia. Interesting. What are we going to do? I'm thinking Heartbeat of Steam would be amazing here. Now, Reform the Coinage would give me a ton of gold, but Heartbeat of Steam is production based on campus adjacency, and my campus adjacency is filthy. It's about 135, so 135 production. However, I also have 17 trade routes, and they're all going to very good cities. I think the gold is actually going to be more useful. Oh, I'm taking that risk. We're on 758. It's actually worth 200 gold per turn. It's flexible gold. Well, the gold itself isn't flexible, but what you can do with it is pretty flexible. Okay, Coupe is just sending random naval units to go and stalk out this city, which, to be honest, is not a bad thing. It leaves Manchester totally open, and open it is because I've rearranged all my jet bombers here, and now I can attack from multiple angles without letting my guard down at all, which is pretty handy. In fact, look, Manchester is now down to 0. So we are going to now hit this city as hard as we can. I don't want to just take the city. I want to make sure we get the most out of it. So total war. Get into my government. In you go. I could now, in theory, start to pillage this harbor, which would be worth 280 gold per tick. I think it's worth pillaging and then moving on, but I'll hold off for a second, just until I've done at least one pillage. The biggest mystery is, where are the giant death robots, and why are they not on my borders? Because, I mean, Coupe is at war with everyone. They're probably getting a little distracted, but I don't trust the fact that I can't see them. I'm going to vote for my ally to win the points, because I feel like I will. B on writer was chosen last time. I don't mind that. And I was chosen for A last time, which I don't mind that at all. How is diplomacy going, by the way? Who's winning diplomatically? Japan. I have 4 points. 1, 2. Oh, that means I've got 6 points now. Okay. I mean, could we win a diplomatic victory? It's unlikely, to be honest with you. I think we've gone too far down that one. But that's telecommunications. That is a nuclear submarine force that we can now put in, which is quite cool. So what I'm going to start to do is use my faith and a little bit of gold to generate a couple of nuclear submarines that are then going to go on the stalk. Make your way over. Only a couple, but make your way over to Coupe, and there are campuses, theatre squares, preserves, all kinds of stuff to munch on. I would like you to do that. My capital is finally finished its water park, which is wonderful. Let's stick the aquarium in there. It's unlikely to keep the city happy for very long, but I'm fighting back against unhappiness. More zoos. If we're going to lose the game, at least we'll be happy. Still trying to win. Don't worry. Still trying to win. It's about trying to get to Yongle. Still going 1 per turn. We've still got probably about 30 turns, unless they speed it up, which they will do at some point. Next up, what would be useful? Giant death robot or straight to nuke? Let's go nuke. See if I can do anything with that. What you doing, Coupe? What you doing? There it is. Oh, I knew the armored golem would appear. That's not the same one as before, is it? I think that's a totally different giant death robot. Don't think about it too hard. Don't think about it too hard. Right, machine gun? Is that the best upgrade for me? We'll give it a go. Actually, hang on. We're going to go nuclear fission, and then we're going to go missile cruiser. I need my cities to have as big a ranged attack as I can get away with. But yeah, what am I going to do with this giant death robot? Clint would bounce off, to put it lightly, as would my fighter and my aircraft carrier and my jet bomber. So, Polar Waller Bear. Even Polar Waller Bear is going to basically do nothing. So, avoiding. Avoiding is the best course of action. Or I can find whatever uranium source Coupe is using, and I can try and shut it out. That would be fun. It might be up here, you know. Is that the only one? Is that really all they've got? I don't know. We'll figure that one out. Vietnam wants to be my friend. Oh, this will help. I'm going to switch my alliance away from science, which is a bit of a problem. Now we have a military alliance, which means I've got +5 combat strength against their units. That does help a little bit. Not a lot, but it helps with my aircraft. Now, that bonus doesn't apply to cities. People always think it does. It does not. So take that out of your mind. But I'm just going to do a tiny bit more pillaging. That's all the pillaging we're going to get away with here. We'll take Manchester. You see, England, if you weren't at war with me, I could have liberated that to you, but I can't, so I won't. Jet bomber, across you get. And there is my second target. 2 cities that I can attack and see. So we shall. My bombers will strike with a fury that no one understands. Hukimare. Got to catch them all. Vietnam charging straight into Coupe's captured capital. I mean, go for it. Why not? You have to love the boldness. The giant death robot has absolutely been moved to defensive duty. So all it's doing is stopping me from bombing particular cities. That's okay. One thing you need to remember is that when it comes to bombing, it's always better to be on the offensive, because defending against this much bombing, you're always going to come undone eventually. Although surface to air has appeared as well. It's horrible. Why was it? Coupe, come on, don't use actual anti-air. Not fun. Don't defend yourself competently. Okay, fine. Aircraft carrier, make your way in this direction. There's a lot of units and planes and stuff. But okay, now we can creep around the back and attack another city. Destroyer was bombarded by a giant death robot. Oh, that's right. The giant death robots are actually really bad at attacking ships because it counts as a ranged attack more than a bombard attack. Interesting. I was about to say, yay! I actually got my flood barriers up to protect my campus, but the campus is underwater now because I can build a new one. Oops. We now have ideology, which means we can put 5-year plan in. A very welcome amount of extra production there. Like it. Total war is still doing good for us. Vessel banking, colonial taxes. I don't think there's anything I need or want to upgrade right now. I just need a better government. Full stop. Speaking of, let's unlock the naughty government and then we'll work the legacy card and switch to democracy. I think that's what I'm going to do. Looks like Coupe's sending random little units out to try and meet me. Well, that's good, because I can use my units to take out the beautiful anti-aircraft weapon, and then my bomber can take out the nuclear submarine. There we go. The world has flooded again. That's always good, isn't it? And we now have 3 giant death robots that I can see. Armored Golem, Hell Golem, and Diabolical Behemoth. I like the fact they've got 2 golems. That's awesome. Their uranium is stabilized as well. I think they've now built enough to be exhausting their own uranium supply, which is quite fun. They do have nuclear submarines on their way to the front line. That's not good. Mine is slowly making its way up. I want to go and see if I can get the kill on their uranium. That would be hilarious if I could. Mary Leaky. I think Margaret Mead might actually be more useful for me thinking about it. 1,000 culture is the one I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm going to pass and go for Margaret Mead, hopefully. 2,800 production for a flood barrier. Yeah. Well, Kublai has finally started a Lagrange laser station. Oh, I just lost a regular battleship. That's no fun. Okay, Yongle going 2 per turn now. I mean, I'm nowhere near. I can't even stop. Margaret Mead's useful though. Got a couple of very handy open-bordered allies that I can spread the love with. Let's go and do that. Oh, that giant death robot is very much getting too close. Too close. Oh, this is good. I've got a jet bomber with the torpedo bomber upgrade, and also defending versus anti-air is tougher as well. So this is really powerful. 149 strength attacking boats. I don't normally take that promotion, but it's a very good one. Oh, there are a lot of submarines here. I think that's exactly what I predicted, was that Coupe was just printing submarines in vast quantities. I'm glad I was right on it. I'm so close to their uranium. That's all I want to do. They've got jet bombers as well. I'm surprised we haven't been jet bombed. Raymond Holiday's AI mod makes it unfairly, I say unfairly, it makes it unfortunately likely that the AI does tend to use bombers, which is a bit of a problem. This is what I mean. Evasive maneuvers, torpedo bomber, plus 24 strength when attacking a boat with anti-air capacity. Very handy. Oh, Garrett, this armored golem is going to take you apart if you stick around. I would run. Yeah, look at that. Yongle is now rushing multiple projects. It's not just their initial spaceport, it's all of them. They're all going crazy. Goodness me. You know, Russia actually did a fairly decent job in this game at generating tourism. They are 1/8 of the way to getting that win. Ooh, I think that was one of our named battleships. Oh dear. It never actually tells you which one was lost, but I have a feeling that was Polar Wola Bear. Oh dear. Yeah, Maori are beginning to really get their act together now, and they have quite a lot of naval strength. It's just the random occurrence and appearance of the giant death robots. That doesn't help as well. Oh, my nuclear submarine got hit pretty badly there as well. I don't know what found me, but look what I can do. So the uranium is going down a little bit, but if I start to get rid of all of their uranium, I mean, they've got a builder right here. They're going to go and fix it, but that would be funny. Okay, we got to be bold. We got to be bold. RB Hedge, attack, Clint, follow up. We need these missile cruisers down. If we can get these down, it means my jet bombers have got full access. Yeah, there we go. To go and take out the rest of their navy. Bam. You may be an armada, but you will sink. This is the thing. Like, I know technically we are losing, but I am putting a massive fight up. I've been very impressed with what we've been able to do against a superior force here. In fact, we may even steal a second city in a second. Providing I can keep my units, alive. That would be handy. Nope, I'm going to go back into the city. Don't trust that. Look at that seaside resort. It was there, and now it's been pillaged and submerged. That's not a happy tile. Oh, Sydney Opera House. Oh my goodness, the land run here is so beautiful. Oh, England are doing a naval pike and shot rush on this one tile island. You go, England. Oh, English Empire, playing it the way that it was meant to be played. Oh, I know you've got anti-air, but if you just sit alone in the middle of the sea like that, you're gonna get killed. Ha ha ha. Oh, the death robot is over to come and just hit the mainland. That's slightly worrying. Can I steal a government from one raid? Oh, 300 culture. It's good that my nuclear submarines are actually finally doing something. They're not doing the thing that I need them to do, which is win me the game, but they're doing something. Hey, actually, that's not too bad. More raiding units. I've definitely remembered just how powerful raiding units are, and I really should have used more of them. Oh, I'm having to be so ridiculously ballsy with this attack. I'm just slipping in and out, in and out. These giant death robots are causing me massive problems. problems, but if we can do this, we'll be famous for years. It'll be wonderful. Did you see how quickly that span round? That's nuts. 4,000 gold is fun, but we have finally got to the point. Oh my goodness, I got all these giant death robots. There's no way we could even push this. Imagine if we tried to attack into that. It'd be absolutely impossible. Yeah, I'm stealing tech boosts now. Like, the thing is, this is the irony of this entire game. It's only turn 220. I have 800 science. This is a pretty good game. It's just that the AI is going absolutely mad. We're going to see an AI victory at turn 225, which, you know, normally a deity victory on turn 250 or below is considered to be pretty good. I know some people do deity in 200 or less. That's a very, very difficult thing to do. 250 or below is pretty standard for, like, you're going to beat deity every time, right? Would I beat the game by turn 250? If I started to raid more, one thing I'm really not doing quite enough of is raiding. I'm just sort of analyzing my game as we go, because I know we're going to lose this now. There's not much we can do, but I don't mind that. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a fantastic part of the game for me, because I get to go into 2024 with a loss, which, you know, is kind of weird. That's a big one for everyone watching. You know, oh, Ursa, you don't play hard enough. Well, there you go. This year we've started difficult. I get to come away thinking, what could I have done differently? What did I need to do to fix this game? And I love that. I love that a lot. Third alternative is a well-needed source of culture. I really haven't got very much of that. Logistics, military research, I mean, it's all okay. None of that's particularly good. 5-year plan, I would quite like to stick rationalism back in. This is a really good card for me. Can you see, though? Can you see just how much we've lost from the sea flooding? That was a really big hit for us this game. Not getting to those walls quick enough. Oh, overall, this government is not as good for us at all. It's the +5 combat strength. That's why we're doing it. Oh, the armored golem. It's so good against cities. It's ridiculous. Now, as discussed, we need to unlock democracy and make sure that my capital gets the 3rd level of building first. War department, I mean, normally I would go for the Royal Society if I was actually trying to win a science project. Science victory, I should say. But this will do for now. Oh, yes. Pillage, pillage. I should have had more of these submarines. It reminds me of how good submarines are. Okay, walls are down in that city. Clint, I need you to go and what I like to call skulk. Yeah, look at this. They're being really, really clever. They keep moving the death robot backwards and forwards depending on which city I'm bombing. They're trying. They are trying. They're failing, but they're trying. And that is what matters. Right, if I just do one more bomb on, I can get Garrett. In you come, please. Take the city. Bam. Ha ha ha. There's an actual city we've taken there. 2 down from Coupe. I'm sure there's nothing too bad we've got to go to. Actually, Clint, do you want to have a go? Do you want to have a go, Clint? Go on. You know you want to. Bam. Yes. Oh, here we go. You have to love it. Here's suffrage vote. I can't switch just yet because we're getting the legacy building in 11 turns. I might take some time, but no matter. There's a nuclear submarine that's been hunting me the last few turns, and I'm just like, don't worry about it. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. It's going to keep stealing all of your stuff. Professional sports. Oh, it comes so late. Look at this vote. Coupe. Oh no. My nuclear submarine got bombed. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Coupe is on the last project. Oh, Korea has actually done the last project, so they're now at 1 per turn. Yonglei now at 4 per turn. What did I say? Turn 225. I thought there'd be a victory. I don't think that's going to be far off, you know. I don't know if I ever mentioned. Do you remember that uranium mine that I pillaged? Look, they've gone down from 120 uranium to 20. It absolutely worked. Coupe is running out of uranium, and very soon their giant death robots are going to just become obsolete. And by obsolete, I mean they're probably going to kill me anyway, but still, that's all of the world flooded now. It's dire. It's very, very dire. And I'm pretty sure Yonglei is just about to win, but it's okay. There's more we can do. I think we can nab ourselves one more city from Coupe. Go on, RB Hedge, in your pop, strike. Yes. Our victory isn't quite complete, but I'm taking this as like, you know, we pulled off a certain amount of, what should we call it? Token victory. That's what we got. We got a certain amount of token victory. In fact, actually, we're about to go and take this city as well. If only I had a couple more bombers, we would have been able to take it this turn. I mean, that's always the thing, isn't it? If you had a couple more bombers, you'd never have a problem. An aquatic center. Oh my goodness, we can finally start becoming happy. Maybe? Probably not. Who cares if Kublai, and by that I mean Yonglei, who cares if Yonglei is on the moon? We can ski and we have water parks. That's all we need in life. Oh, it's Grace. 2 randomly chosen 3 technologies. Oh, this is actually very, very handy for us. satellites, nuclear fusion. Amazing stuff. Another city taken from Coupe. I just want to put on the record that at turn 226, no matter what happens, I did drive my science above 1,000. So, you know, and we took over quite a lot of Coupe cities. I'm pretty proud of this. Well, for a very small amount of time, I actually have the most science out of everybody. That's cool. Ignore the fact I'm going to lose. I have the most science. Yay! Oh, that's a lot of submarines. It's something funny I did want to do before the end of the game. You've seen my science at 1,000 now. You've seen it. Let's instead go for containment. Now, what this card does is it doubles my envoys as long as whoever I'm competing with has a different government to me. Currently, Peter is in charge of that city-state. Oh, Russia's also fascist. That's annoying. You know what? Fine, I'm changing to democracy. Just for a joke at the end of the game, we're doing it. It's worth it. It's funny. All right, containment. Actually, I reckon with New Deal, liberalism, and rationalism, I reckon we can probably get our science up even higher. Yep, 1,083. Actually, a lot of cities are finally, for the first time, happy. +3. Oh, yeah, it's going to be content. Huh, goodness me, that took a while. So as mentioned, we've got, 20 envoys, so I'm going to drop them all in just because I can, and you watch as the city-state goes ballistic and I take it over. 45. Oh my goodness, its defensive strength is going to get ridiculous because people don't realize this, but city-states actually get stronger the more envoys they have in them. It's all based on the max amount they have. It's going to be pretty mad when that works itself out. Steel tech, yay! Spies are remotely useful. Not very useful, but like a little bit. These torpedo bomber jet bombers are absolutely amazing. I'm just ripping apart all of these boats. I wish I'd had these a little bit before. That would have been good fun. I mean, look at this. It's 103 air defense and I can just rip straight through it. I mean, yeah, why didn't I see this strategy before? Oh, Russia just put another 14 envoys into Bandar Brunei. Yep, fair enough. I think this city-state is going to be ridiculous. Look at that 137 strength. Oh, yeah, there we go. So Yongle wins on turn 228. Wow, that is quick, but I really enjoyed that game. That was so much fun. Let's have a look at some of the stats and you'll see exactly where we went right and where we went wrong. Marcus Aurelius, 1,576. That's okay, but we could have done a lot better. Buildings constructed. I was very, very slow off the mark. And I think my biggest takeaway from this game was kind of this and what caused it, which was production and gold. I was so focused on science and keeping my science high that I think I just neglected the actual industry of my empire, and I've taken a lot away from this game. More harbors, quicker, more lighthouses, more shipyards, and more importantly, more industrial zones, more workers, or builders, I should say. These are the sort of things I should focus on a little bit more. Cities captured. Maybe the initial war with the Dutch really did sort of sandbag me a little bit more than I expected. Not sure about that one. Cities founded? Ooh, who was that at the end? Unifier Shin. Okay, awesome. That's really cool. Districts constructed. Normally that's why we beat the AI. Not on Deity++. Crazy bonuses. Player culture was pretty terrible all the way through, but I never really did much to try and work that one. Player science. Now this was pretty good. And actually, I'm pretty proud of how I kept up with people. But I mean, Coupe was just ahead the whole time. And Yongle, oh yeah, crazy science. Between those two, couldn't really keep up. It wasn't Tokugawa. Sejong, yeah, fair enough. It was only at the end of the game I really caught up there. Score? I did have the score lead at the end of the game. So, you know, there's a sort of Pyrrhic victory there. Lost everything, but I still kind of half won. Religions founded? There was a religion right at the end of the game, but it wasn't mine. Units killed? Oh, I killed well over 100. How many did I lose? 6 units all game. That's not bad, considering how much war we had. Wonders constructed? I don't think I built a single one. No wonders. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. So what would I have done differently? I absolutely would have put production on fishing boats. Not doing that was a real loss. I would have got my harbors going a lot quicker. I would have got my trade routes going a lot quicker. Having 1,000 gold per turn, very, very handy. I would have done more pillaging as well. I should have really got privateers out and raided the hell out of everybody we could. I never really had more than about 1,000 military strength. Everything I did was kind of a little bit heartless, toothless, lackluster. I mean, we still did really good, right? I'm just about to research smart materials and it's only turn 229. I'm well on course for a normal Deity victory. But when you're playing on Deity++, gotta really step it up, haven't we? Let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this series? Anything you learned watching me play that you do differently, or anything you saw me do that you really like? I'd be really intrigued to know, especially if it's really polite and kind and constructive, because that's the sort of channel this is. We're not really very serious or grumpy or mean, are we? We're lovely. We deliver all sorts of improvements and suggestions with love and kindness. That's kind of what we do here. And Merry 2024 to everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. What a map, eh? Thank you, Saf, for such an amazing Asia map. We will return to this. Unifying China on this map looks like a lot of fun. Kama looks like they've got a very fun start. Korea is a bit mean. Japan is quite small, as Japan normally is, but they do have quite a lot of space. And Coupe, I mean, this is just a map for Coupe to be Coupe on, so lots of fun stuff there. I want to return to this map. This map was a huge amount of fun. Maybe we can play Mongolia. Oh, that would be fun. Can we play Mongolia and then sweep across the world? Oh, maybe I found my thing, because I mean, we're stuck in the desert. The desert's not very good, but then there's a lot of pillaging to be done. Let me know in the comments, who should I play on this map? Maybe we should, I'll ask the supporters. We'll see what they want to do. But in the meantime, come along to Discord if you want to play this map. I've got the save file in there, as well as all the mods I use. If you don't mind leaving the series a like and the channel a subscribe, these sort of things massively help, because these longer series really do tend to tank on the algorithm, and that little push helps enormously. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!